What's up, you guys? All right, I'm here to talk about the Murph Park Throwdown that is about to happen this Monday. Before I get into it, just real quick heads up, kind of a quick review. We threw out this information on our social media, but when Murph comes along, there is some risk for rhabdo. If you guys don't know much about rhabdo, it's just typically very common when we do a lot of reps of movements that are very stretch and then contract. What you guys have been doing in the past, 4-6 weeks will help us gauge what you should be doing for Murph, whether you can do full volume or we need to cut it back. So for people that are doing the throwdown, when you guys come, I don't care what your guys' experience has been as an athlete or if I know you super well. I'm gonna be definitely checking in with everyone to get honest feedback of what they've been doing in the past month to make sure it is safe for you guys to do this full volume, or if I need to cut you guys back reps. I will not be hesitant to cutting down your guys' volume or scaling the workout a little bit just so you guys can be safe, okay? So if I do end up giving you that type of result, do not be surprised. I just want to make sure that you are safe at the end of the day and we leave the park with smiles, just happy to see everyone and healthy. Your score or your time, or if you do the prescribed reps or not, should be the last of your worries. We're just trying to get together as a community, do the workout, eat for sure, talk, and just honor a fallen hero. Okay, so keep that in mind if you guys come out to the throwdown. As far as weather, so for right now, the prediction is when we are doing Murph and our picnic, the weather should be clear, so no rain, maybe just some clouds with some sun. But always have plan B ahead because we all know how this weather is very bipolar. We will still do Murph if it is raining. We will try to use one of just the covered spots at the park that they have for the public. You probably don't wear shorts if it's raining. Wear some pants, some covering, especially if we're going on the grass or towel. That'll kind of help us stay somewhat as dry as we can. We'll know more when there's a few more days until Murph and that exact time to figure out if it's really gonna rain or not. But rain or shine, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have fun together. We're gonna still throw down and we're still gonna eat. As far as the throwdown version, usually Murph is a 1 mile run and a 1 mile run before and after, buy in or buy out. In the middle, it's typically 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats. But we're gonna have to modify that because we can't do pull-ups. So one version is if you guys have gear, dumbbell, barbell, even if just one plate, you guys can go ahead and do 100 rows instead of 100 pull-ups. But make sure that you guys have been doing that row motion or some type of pulling motion pretty consistently in the past month. If you haven't, there is another scale that instead of doing 100 rows, we can do sit-ups, but we are gonna double the volume, so we're gonna do 200 sit-ups. So option A at full volume would be 100 rows, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats in between the runs, or 200 sit-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats in between the runs. That is the full volume, but again, we need to stay safe and probably scale as needed. So ways we can scale this is volume. So if you guys can do the full motion, let's do it, but scale the volume. So maybe do half. If this is your first Murph, I highly encourage you doing half the volume, or take the full volume and break it up between you and a partner. So we can do partner Murph if you guys want to. We can scale the movement a little bit. So for a quick example is maybe we scale our range of motion of our air squats because we can't get all the way down there. Or for the push-ups, we can't do full push-ups. We can go to the knees, or we can even do a partial range of motion push-up where we just go to some type of target and come back up. As far as the sit-ups and the dumbbell rows, if you guys do that, I'd probably just scale the weight on the rows if we can, and then also maybe scale volume if we need to. And then sit-ups, most of us can try to fight to get through that full rep of a sit-up, using those arms to help you get up. For the sit-up, let's just see if you can maybe just fight to scale the volume if we need to scale that movement. And for Murph, to make this easier, you guys can break up that middle portion. The 1 mile run buy-in and the 1 mile run buyout have to be in one piece, but that middle part, you guys can break it up however you want. So there's a lot of different strategies out there. So very simple, easy example is some people do 10 rounds of 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 air squats. In this case, it'd be 10 rows or 20 sit-ups for 10 rounds, or you guys can even break it up even more into 20 rounds. When we get through Murph, we're gonna eat. So for the picnic, bring your own food, and we're going to probably stay in the grass if we can, or if it does get rainy, we can just hop in the back of our cars. You guys will have your own designated spot. I'll kind of have like markers somehow on the grass for you guys to have as far as a household to keep our social distance. We are gonna use a grass field, so if you guys need to, bring a towel, bring a mat, so you guys can have something between your feet in the grass if you guys don't feel like working out on the grass. As far as that goes though, one thing I need to mention is how we'll try to do it to keep our social distance is we will try to stagger the running on 3, 2, 1, go. But that does not mean that we won't hit each other on the run. So big things to keep in mind is if you're about to pass someone on the run, yell out that, hey, I'm on your left, or hey, I'm on your right. If they're on your left and you're the person in front, try to get as far away to the right as you can. Even if that means you have to hop off the path a little bit and just run on grass until they pass and then come back in, do that. That's how we're gonna have to try to communicate with each other on the run so we can keep our social distance. Besides that, let's have some fun. Let's work out, get a little sweaty, stay hydrated, so bring a lot of water, bring food, and then we're just gonna sit and chill and eat. It's gonna be a fun little first week of this throwdown that we're about to do fairly weekly. So keep in mind for some news about all of that coming up soon. Let's honor a fallen hero together at a social distance, enjoy each other's company face to face. I'm excited, you guys. Let's get it.